All right, so now we're going to talking about how assignment 26, how cells grow and develop. There's some reading, and then there's a lab. So there's two videos today, so make sure you pay close attention, all right? Animals can vary enormously in size, but they're alike in at least one way. The individual cells that compose all their bodies, from mice to people to dinosaurs, are roughly the same size. So we see here that cells, I'm going to highlight that, all cells, whether it's in a mice, people, or dinosaurs, are all roughly the same size. Big animals just have many more cells than little animals. That's important because keeping those cells alive and functioning is the reason we animals eat and drink and breathe. So let's go back. Big animals have just have many more cells than little animals. Okay. So question number one, based on the background reading above, how are all animal cells alike? Well, they are all what? All cells are roughly the same size. So how are they alike? There's your answer. It gets typed in right here. Question number two, based on the background reading above, if all cells are the same size, how are some animals bigger than? Like how is an elephant and a mouse? How is an elephant bigger than a mouse if all cells are the same size? Well, big animals have many more cells than little animals. So big animals have many more cells than little animals. There you go. In today's mini lab investigation, we're going to learn about why all cells are roughly the same size, and we're going to determine if it's better for cells to be bigger or smaller. So, is it better for cells to be bigger or smaller? And that's the question you're going to answer in the lab today. Question number three, based on your background knowledge, do you think it is better for cells to be bigger or smaller? So here you type your answer. Is it better to be a big cell or is it better to be a small cell? Okay. Then number three, why do you think this about cells? There you go. So I think that, bigger cells or small cells are better because blah, 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 blah. And remember, all cells need food, they need oxygen, they need water, and the cells also have to get rid of all the waste products. So just like you yourself need food and water, and you get rid of waste through urine or feces, cells do the same thing in your body. Okay? Let's get through the experiment here. To conduct our experiment on which cell size is better, we're going to work with the material called agar jelly. Agar jelly feels like hardened jello. The agar will be cut into 3 cubes. Okay? The big cube is 2 centimeters on a side, the medium cube is 1 centimeter on the side, and the small cube is 5 centimeters on the side. So what you're going to see is kind of something like this. Oh, hold on here. You're going to see something kind of like this in your lab. Okay. You're going to see 3 different size cubes. Here's a different couple examples over here. But your cubes, they will already be purple in size or in color. Okay. Sorry. They'll be purple in color. We have a small cube, a medium cube, and a large cube. And then they're going to turn clear. So think of clear, or think of this purple as waste, and we have to get rid of that waste in there. Or think of the white as food. We're going to turn your cell all white. So which one of these do you think will turn white the fastest? Small, medium, or large? So the agar will be cut into 3 cubes, like we just said. The agar cubes have been dyed pink by a special chemical called potassium permanganate. This chemical is pink when in a base and colorless when in an acid. Finally, the cubes will be added to a beaker of strong hydrochloric acid. and this agar cubes will absorb the acid and it will change colors. It'll become colorless. The acid will represent food, water, and oxygen, all things needed by the cell to survive. We're going to time fast how fast it takes each cell to become colorless. The faster the cell becomes colorless, the better, because that means the cell is getting food, water, and oxygen into the entire cell faster. Okay? So it's all about which one becomes colorless or loses all that pink color the fastest. Faster, the better. Faster, the better. Faster, the better. So after you've watched this, you're going to click this video here. Then as you click the video, you're going to fill out this data table right here. Okay? You're going to say which one is the best, which one is the worst over here. And then just follow the lab as you go along. Remember, start this video at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Don't watch the whole thing. Start it at 3:45 to actually watch the cell science video. Then a couple questions below. Then you're good.